Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to Open House Live. I'm your host, Mike Wilson, and today we've got a great show for you today. We've got three incredible, and I mean incredible real estate agents coming on to show us the properties that they are showcasing today. One thing about Open House Live, we are the only YouTube show bringing you live homes in Las Vegas. This show is dedicated to showing off the realtors that are doing exceptional work for their clients, going above and beyond to help sell those properties. And this week, again, Paul is not with me, but I want to give you guys an update on Paul. So Paul is doing this event called Everesting 29029. And what it is they are climbing mountains and coming back down so that they reach an elevation similar to Mount Everest. It is a 2-day event, and I'm going to show you what's going on with Paul. Let me get in here and just show you where he is at, what he's doing, and how much fun. I don't know if he's really having fun, but how much fun he is actually having. So this is Paul's Instagram page, the VGK Ref. This is his latest video. I think this was about 15 minutes ago.
Okay, good morning. So we just finished number 8. We got up and got on the mountain about 4:15 a.m. It's snowing, and there's Stephanie.
It's snowing.
In June. So anyway, have 4 more to go. We're gonna have some breakfast, and we'll probably be done. It's gonna be pretty close to the end. 4 o'clock. We have until 6 p.m. We've been averaging about 1:45 each turn, plus 7 minutes on the gondola, so 2 hours.
So one thing, they have to go up and down the mountain 29 or 13 times. Now where he's at, they're ascending the mountain, then they're taking a gondola back down. This is number 8 that he's on. He doesn't look too happy about this. And remember, he signed up for this.
So if we do 2:30 or better, we'll get our Everest. So I'll keep you posted.
And I told him I'm doing it next year with him. So does not look like a lot of fun, but I know in the end, it's extremely rewarding. I think this is the 2nd or 3rd time he's done it. So kudos to Paul. We wish him well, and hopefully he'll be back on next week, which I know we will. Let's show you who we got this week. So we've got Rebecca Ewing from Signature Realty Group. Real Estate Group. We've got Brandon Smith with LPT Realty. He's coming to us from Peccole Ranch. And then we've got the main man, the yogi himself, Cassidy Cotton from Platinum Real Estate Professionals. 3 incredible agents showing us 3 incredible properties. And today, our first guest is going to be Mr. Brandon Smith. Brandon,
hi,
how are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
Doing well. You were out at Peccole Ranch, right?
Yes, sir.
Where is Peccole Ranch, and tell us about that community?
So it is off of Sahara and Grand Canyon, in between Sahara and Charleston, off of Grand Canyon. That's the main road that loops around Peccole Ranch itself. You do have Wallapai and I think Fort Apache that are the other 2 main streets. So yes, that's exactly where it's located.
Now, is Peccole Ranch guard gated or gated?
Some communities are. Some communities do have gates, yes, but this one specifically does not.
Okay. What is the name of the community that you're in? Is there a specific name there?
Signature at Peccole Ranch. That's
cool.
That's the yes.
Okay. Now, I wanted to bring this up, and I think I told you this beforehand. You're not the listing agent for this property. No. Jill Amsel with Realty One Group is the listing agent. Now, you guys are with different brokerages.
Yes.
How did this work out that you're doing an open house for a different brokerage?
So when I initially signed up to be a real estate licensee, I was at Realty One, and I was doing what my team lead suggested, which was call around the agents that are with Realty One to see if anybody has any listings that I could sit in open houses with. So I got a hold of Jill, and Jill is an amazing agent. I think at this point in time, she has over 220 listings by herself, and that's that is in Pahrump and in Vegas. So really, the relationship is she calls me up when she has a vacant, and it really doesn't matter that I'm with LPT or she's with Realty One. We're just really good friends. We've actually grown fond of each other, and she calls me when she trusts me with her
Yes.
vacant houses. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
And I think that's the big selling point I wanted to talk about here. You've built a trust with her that she's okay, she's willing, and wants you to do open houses for her listings. Because look, she's got 220 listings.
Right.
She can't do these open houses herself.
Right.
So that's awesome to hear. And you've known her for a few years, right?
Oh yeah, since 2017. Cool. We've cool. Yes.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit more about you and your real estate career before we see this amazing house.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, I initially started with Realty One, and I've built my whole business off of open houses. I think my first year I did 9 deals, and I don't know why I was a little intimidated by reaching out to my sphere of influence, that cousins, grandpas, aunts, uncles, and I would occasionally post on social media that I was holding open houses, but more so I wanted to see what I was really about. So my first year I closed 9 deals just off of open houses, and that was mainly in the Henderson area. I got really acquainted with the streets and whatnot, and all I did was really sit in open houses, collect names, and I followed through, and I was able to close 9 my first deal or my first year. After that, it doubled, and then people saw from my social media, my friends, my family members, what I was doing, and they started calling me. So, every year it doubles in people that I service. So, 5-star on Zillow, 5-star on Realtor.com. It's my personal goal to ensure that it's a very smooth transaction, and I think it's important to find the right agent for your real estate needs, and I would definitely love to sign up for anybody who's looking.
Your story is kind of the model story for real estate agents.
Right.
Do open houses, get to know people, build the trust, build the relationships, and your business will grow from there. So that's spot on, exactly how we'd like to see it. Good job.
Yes, thank you.
Well, let's tell us about this property you're at in Peccole Ranch.
So a lot of the homes in Peccole Ranch, you'll see some remodeling. 9708 Craighead Lane. It is completely done up. And should I switch over? Can I show the property?
Yeah, please.
Wait till you see this house. I mean, it is nothing, no stone unturned. There's this property. Oh, let me get my finger out of the way. So you see the marble flooring, and I'm walking into the front door. So let me just kind of flip back around. This is the walkway, and you have a gate there, which is amazing for privacy. I mean, people can't necessarily come up and ring your doorbell. They'd have to get stopped right there if you had it locked.
Mm-hmm.
But walking in to your right would be the office area, and this can be converted back to a bedroom if somebody would like it. But you have your built-ins, and I'll just show you from this angle. And this is downstairs too.
Okay.
It has
nice
a closet as well. If the price is right, I'm sure they'll throw in the oatmeal.
So this is set up as an office, but it could be converted back into a bedroom.
Yeah. So Jill has it as a 4-bedroom, and that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could definitely. And if the buyer wanted it to, they could obviously take that out. But here's the only 3/4 bath, and this is for guests as well. This would be the only bathroom downstairs outside of the ones upstairs. So let me know if you want me to turn back around or if I'm missing something.
No, you're good. You're good. Now, what in the bedroom, it looked like that was hardwood flooring.
Oh, yes. And you'll see, and sometimes sellers, what they'll do is they'll put 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different types of flooring throughout. Mm-hmm. This is actually the other flooring for the stairs as well. So it matches. Yes.
Okay.
That's not happening here. I think this is very tastefully done. Recessed lighting. This house was built in 1990, so this wasn't a thing back then. So he redid all of that as well. Vaulted
Right.
ceilings, formal dining, if you will, formal living, and this would be formal dining, and this is living
Yeah.
right here coming in.
So it looks like it's been completely remodeled.
The whole thing, paint,
Yeah.
roof,
Awesome.
windows, no stone unturned on this one.
Okay.
Let me actually go into the kitchen, and Jill has it as a chef's kitchen. I love how she says that. Let me just kind of, you get the range, the cooktop, and window leading outside to the backyard. And also another bonus of living in Peccole Ranch is the Greenbelt. My favorite part, I don't know if anybody that's watching plays Frisbee golf, but there's a moderate course back there that
Okay.
I have trouble with when I play it. I'm more of a beginner, but it's fun. And let me just kind of do this with the living room itself. So once again, some recessed lighting, those canisters right there, and the lights in the kitchen, everything's redone. And then your backyard on the oversized lot as well. This is a 7,841 square foot lot. If somebody wanted to
size.
come in and put in a pool, you would have the option. And then you would have a pool house over here too.
Okay.
All right. And once again, the Greenbelt is right on the other side. And so, as you know, in Vegas, they're trying to do away with grass and whatnot because of water. They have yet to do that in Peccole Ranch. That the Greenbelt has been green since I was a kid.
Now, speaking of that, did you grow up here?
Grew up here, born and raised.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Went to Sierra Vista High School, first graduating class. And here is some side yard. And so I want to get to the garage. I mean, I love what he's done in there. All of the appliances stay too. So anything you see stays. And the reason why I say that is this is the first listing I've ever seen with 2 sets of washers and dryers. I've never seen that before. And then you have the
usually
sink,
usually you'll see that in a larger house, 3,500, 4,500. Not too customary on a 2,300 square foot, but hey, it works.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is fully insulated, the garage is. And then you have AC unit number 1 and 2, which are fully
Very
functional on
nice.
their own. So if you are into fixing up cars, you do not have to worry about a hot garage.
Great.
And the doors, those are custom as well. He actually has a power washer hooked up here too to wash everything up. And then you have the epoxy. So if there's an oil spill or whatnot, you could just spray it with the power washer and clean your car in your garage too, because the ceilings are pretty high as well. You have enough storage, a bunch of storage in here. Let me actually come back this way so you can see. And then the tankless hot water heater, the soft water system, AC component is, I mean, it's all basically brand new.
Yeah. Great job.
Right.
So is this a flip property?
No.
Okay.
No, they were planning on staying here, and things changed in the family dynamic. So here we are.
Okay. Great.
And you can
great
tell,
job.
I mean, the tile itself, I mean, that is very, very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pop outs, when flipping a property, this type of attention to detail typically isn't something that happens unless you're
Correct.
you have a lot
On
of
the
money.
higher end, it's typical,
Yes.
but yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Well, let's take us upstairs and let's see this the primary suite. Love to see what they've done there.
And I love how everything matches. That's a big deal. And when it flows,
they've tied it together really well with that wall, with the wall coming up the stairs. Right.
So the primary itself, that is 15 by 22. Let me stand in the corner, and he has a desk over here for, I'm assuming, makeup or whatnot. but
Yeah.
they detach.
Good
It's
size.
big. And the only access to the patio is off of the primary.
It's enormous. That's huge.
Right. I don't think I have dimensions for that. I apologize.
Nah, good enough. But the other thing I like about that is the trees blocks you from the neighbors.
Exactly.
Very private up there.
And let's go into the primary bathroom. So what I love about this, there's no pan. You just
Yeah.
have the drain that's hooked to the floor, and it slopes enough to where it doesn't puddle.
Mhm.
So that was thought through by the seller. You have the bathtub.
Great job.
Right. And look at these. This is amazing. It comes straight out from the wall like that. I loved it. The gold.
Yeah, no, they've, like you said earlier, attention to detail.
Right.
They've done extremely well on this property.
Right.
And this is listed for just under $1 million.
Yes.
990,000, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That is it. So let me take you back out to the bedrooms 3 and 4.
Yeah, let's see those briefly. So again, 2,300 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, just under $1 million in Peccole Ranch. Great property.
And I'm sure my contact information is on there. If anybody has any questions or wants to follow through with it, feel free. And also, I have access to all the other vacants that are in the neighborhood. I printed those up for the open just in case.
Now, you're going to be there from 11 to 3 today? Is that right?
Yes, and also tomorrow too.
And tomorrow, same time tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Very cool. Hey, let's turn that camera around. One more question for you.
Yes,
You
sir.
talked about your social media. Why don't you give out your social media handles? People can go and learn more about you.
Yes, sir. BSLV Homes, and that's Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome. Well, Brandon from LPT Realty, appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank
That
you.
is an incredible property. You're going to be there from 11 to 3 today and tomorrow. So
Yes.
if anybody is interested, call Brandon. You know what? And I've got to do one little thing here. On the screen, we've also got Jill Amsel's information. 200 plus listings, extreme listing agent. She doesn't have time to go do these open houses. So she recruits and brings in other trusted agents to do this for her, to, again, going above and beyond to sell these properties. So two great agents here. Brandon, any questions for me?
No, that's it. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you next time.
Enjoy your day. Thanks.
You too. Thanks. Realtors, agents. If you're still treating your listing media like a checklist item, 30 photos, throw it on the MLS, hope for the best, you're losing your next listing before you even get the call. Listings with video get 403% more inquiries than listings without. That's not a typo. 403% more. And it gets better. According to the National Association of Realtors, 73% of homeowners say they're more likely to list with an agent who uses video. Nearly 3 out of every 4. That's the seller pool you're either winning or losing. And it depends on whether you show up like every other agent or show up like the one who takes the work seriously. But here's what agents miss most. That video isn't really for the buyer of this house. It's working for you long after the property closes. The video is your audition for that next listing. It's the reason the seller down the street pulls up your name when it's their turn. So move from media that informs to media that positions you as the agent. And that's what Firm Foundation Media does. Las Vegas based, photo, drone, cinematic video, built around positioning you as the agent who takes listing seriously. For the kind of media that gets you into that next door, whip out your phone right now and look up Firm Foundation Media Las Vegas, or find them at Instagram at firm.foundation.media. And just remember, your next listing is already watching you. All right. So, Mr. Brandon Smith with LPT showing us a great property in Peccole Ranch. Our next realtor today is Ms. Rebecca Ewing with Signature Real Estate Group. Rebecca, how are you?
Great. Good morning. How are you?
Doing very well today. Thank you. So, a couple of things about you. You are on the George Kypros team, correct?
I am. Yes.
And George is the existing Las Vegas Realtor president.
Yes, he is. Yep.
So,
It's been quite a, I came from a different brokerage to this
yeah.
team and I love it. I love the experience and the exposure I get to all things Las Vegas realtors related.
Yeah. How long have you been a part of that team?
I've been part of that team only about a year and a half.
Okay.
And it's been phenomenal. I love it.
Great. Now, you were also a Zillow Premier agent and an Opendoor partner, right?
I am, yes. So not everybody gets the opportunity to be on a Zillow team. I went from a traditional brokerage to realizing that I'm young and there's a lot of opportunity that I wasn't able to access. And I love knowing what's out there. So being part of Zillow and having the opportunity to be one of the very few agents in the city who represent Opendoor has been amazing.
Yeah. Now, what do you do as an Opendoor partner? What does that help with?
So our team has partnered with them as some of the few agents who, when it calls Opendoor and Opendoor is unable to meet the need, they'll send us out to do an assessment, talk to them about taking an Opendoor offer, but also allows us to pitch ourselves as an option.
Mm-hmm. So as an Opendoor partner, obviously they vetted you and the entire team. So you are a trusted partner of them. That says a lot.
I am. Yeah. And I'm primarily a listing agent. So
Okay.
I've won a lot of the positions I have just through my hard work and my track record.
Yeah. How long have you been licensed?
I've been licensed 6 years. Yep.
Okay. So not a 20-year veteran, but not a newbie either.
No. And the good thing about being 6 years in is I know how to use all the technology that maybe some of my 20-year seniors don't.
Yeah.
I work hard and still hungry. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that.
Well, awesome. Awesome. Tell us where you're at today.
So today I am in a beautiful neighborhood here off of Eastern and Washington.
Mhm.
It's a single story home. I'm going to show you the front here. We've got a nice 1-story with all the parking that you could desire. No restrictions on street parking, which is just something that we really in Las Vegas find we have a limitation on.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of homes that don't have enough parking. There's a lot of restriction, and there's just people who are tired of that. So this is actually my 3rd home on the street that I've sold.
Wow.
So people love this neighborhood. It's got a lot of established residents. You guys just missed, there was a person in here who is one of the neighbors that's been here for over 30 years.
Okay.
So it's got a long track record of people who love it.
And they love you, it sounds like. I mean, your 3rd listing on that street, they're getting to know you. You're doing a great job.
Thanks. Yeah. It's, it happened to be the same owner for all 3, but I was able to help one of their tenants buy, and I was able to help sell one of the ones across the street. And it's just been great. It's been great to be in a neighborhood where there's just a lot of people who, what I've learned is this might be somebody's uncle, and then this might be somebody's cousin. There's been a lot of families who like to stay close in the neighborhood. So it's kind of great.
And one of the things about the more mature neighborhoods like that is that the homes are a different style. I hear a lot of people say the new homes, they're all cookie cutter homes. So when you go into these more mature neighborhoods, you're getting different homes. You're getting different styles, different layouts, different floor plans.
Yes. And that is something that you can't buy right now from the ground up. And it really has a desire in people's heart to have personality, or maybe it's just, they don't want to have to put it in the backyard. You can go buy a new build, but you have to put it in the whole backyard. You have mature landscaping and you have neighbors who are established, and it's got a lot of benefits.
You have to put in a backyard if you even get a backyard.
If you get a backyard. Exactly.
Well, let's see this property. Let's see the home.
Great. Yeah. Let me turn the camera around. which it might take me a second because this is my first time doing it on this platform. So give me 1 second. All right, let me do
There we go.
0.5. All right. So I'm going to start from the outside in. This is the neighborhood. And when you come in, you've got that, like we talked about, personality. This heavy wood door with stained glass. When you come in and from this time frame, you've got homes that have great hard floors, nice window that looks out through the neighborhood. This could be what you call a sitting room, formal room. You've got no home from this generation would be without a glass accent wall. This is a brand new kitchen though. So something that my sellers really loved is they loved entertaining. So they put in a brand new kitchen with hard tops, and the appliances have all been upgraded.
Right.
So it really gives, the important things that we need in older homes. A lot of times the kitchens need to be upgraded. So we've got a nice window here. So what I learned is this room, this is my partner Lizette here.
Hey, Lizette.
This room was added, and so was this room.
Okay.
So if you pull the tax records, it says it's 3-bedroom, but what happened is they counted this as a 3rd bedroom. As you can see, it does not have a door.
Mm-hmm.
You can add one or a closet. So it has this great ability to be a 2-bedroom with a den. If you head out here, you've got a beautiful pool. It's been well maintained. As far as, it's been well loved. And you can see the neighbors all have great trees and structures, and they're just well loved and taken care of.
As Paul always says, Paul's the host who's not here today. What he always says is he can always tell the age of a neighborhood by the trees that are there.
Absolutely.
The mature neighborhoods always have the nice, big, lush landscaping trees.
Yeah, it's just something you can't buy, or if you do, they're very expensive. And this is one of my favorite features of this home is as they extended off the back of the home, they added this vaulted ceiling, which I think really just gives it that extra love and character. And they did a Spanish style finish on the paint here. So it really kind of gives it that like mid-century, but also, a touch of Spanish taste and style. And I loved as I was watching your channel, the other gentleman said, one of my pet peeves in homes is when people put in a billion different floor types. These people only have 2. So you've got your wood floor here, and in your wet areas, you've got your tile. So I love when people think ahead and they do that. So this is bathroom number 2, or yeah, this is the guest bathroom. They put a really, like I said, personality pedestal sink, and it's got a great shower, well maintained. Some closet space here, additional closet space here, guest bedroom. Like I said, from that generation, there's a lot of glass, some nice custom lights. This is the garage. It's kind of dark. I haven't really looked in there, but this is something from this generation. You're going to find that the washer and dryer are out here. So the one I sold across the way, they wanted another bedroom with a door. So what they chose to do with the garage is you can buy these inserts. They covered the garage, made it another bedroom, and built a bathroom off the back because there's already gas connected. So there's a lot of potential for neighborhoods like this with no HOA, the ability to add what you want or what you need with the space you have. This is the primary. You've got the wood flooring, the sliding closets, and this was their bathroom. So they went out and they put a nice stone shower, nice vanity here as well, and upper cabinets. So this home is square foot is 1,400 square foot, which is actually one of the largest on the street because, as you know, in the 60s and 70s, a big home was 1,100 square feet. So somebody really thought ahead and added that additional square footage that just really improved this home's ability to grow for families or people that just need space. So it's been a great home and loved for over 20 years, and looking forward to showing it to some people today.
That is a great home. And they completely remodeled the kitchen. and being one of the primary areas of the house that everybody loves, they spent their money wisely. Put the money there, put it in the master bathroom, did a great job. Like it.
Thanks. Let me turn the camera around. So thank you for having me on the show today.
Oh,
And
you're welcome.
this home is obviously not as big as maybe some of the other ones, but it's small and it packs a punch. It
You know
will
what? But
definitely be loved.
there are buyers for every type of home. And the great thing about this home is it's 1,400 square feet. It has a pool, and it's listed at what, $375,000?
It is. Yep.
It's very, very desirable.
And
Um,
I mean, price per square foot, we are well below what some people are getting because
yeah,
I mean, the time it takes you to get to the strip from here is nothing. And as
right.
our city grows and commutes are longer and longer and longer, there's just a big influx of people who are like, I'd rather live in the city. I'd rather be
Mhm.
able to get to the hockey games and the basketball games and the football games without having to be on a congested freeway. So,
Right. Absolutely. How long have you been on the market?
so we've been on the market just over a month.
Okay.
Um, it's been a good run. We've had a good amount of showings, and I'm excited to see what I can do for these people. And yeah,
So with the average days on market right now sitting at about 75 days, it's still well below that. So I think it's a beautiful house. You're going to get an offer any day. I feel it.
thank you. I love that.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
Yeah. One more quick question for you.
Sure.
Still got a couple minutes. You're primarily a listing agent. What are you feeling in the market right now? What are you seeing in the market when it comes to sellers pricing their homes?
So that's a pretty big general question, especially because there's a big difference between sellers of a condo and a townhouse and a standalone home and a luxury home. And then even when you break it down into homes, so I'm very analytical. I have a master's in business administration, so I spend a lot of time looking at the numbers. If you're a home below 500,000, generally you don't have to fight for a lot of people to come see it. But you do have to price below market because we're still leapfrogging in that direction. And you should anticipate that about 10% of the price is going to go either towards closing costs or in commissions. So we're just seeing, if you present it correctly to sellers on the front end, it really helps prepare them for what the offers are coming in at.
Yeah. Now, are you seeing more sellers want to price their home higher than where you feel it should be?
I'd say it's about 50-50.
Okay.
We do get the pushback, but I think we've had enough time from the COVID years where we had just no inventory to where we are today, where people have had enough time to get realistic about where we stand. And you have to be motivated. So if you're motivated to leave and you have the equity, I think the number one quality I have is for people to trust me because I have no motive other than to help you. So if you trust what I know and you believe what I say is true, um, then we're going to get your home sold. And we've been able to do it for just about every single client. I've only ever had 2 expired listings in the 6
Oh,
years
wow.
that I've been an agent
That's great.
because I get it sold.
So that tells me a couple of things. It tells me, number one, you know what you're doing. You're able to price properties to where they will sell. But also, I'm going to throw this one out there. You don't waste your time with an unrealistic seller.
I don't.
Yeah.
No. And I mean, people think that they have to just interview us, but we also have to interview you. So if you're a seller and you think that the best way to work is to play chicken with the market, I'm not the agent for you because as much as I love and care about you, it's not worth your time or mine because I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to reverse prospect. I'm going to door knock. I'm going to do open houses. I'm going to talk to everybody I know. I'm going to do marketing and ads and YouTube channels. And if you're not going to trust me, then I can't trust you.
Absolutely. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, Rebecca, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on the show. And now you've gained a fan. I'm going to have to watch you now.
And we're going to have you back on again. I promise.
Thank you. You
All
guys
right.
have a
Thanks,
great rest of your
Rebecca.
Saturday. Okay.
You too. See you next
Bye.
time. All right. So I think what Rebecca said is very important. And I brought that up for a reason. right now I'm talking to more and more agents who are experienced. And this is the key. Experienced agents will not take an overpriced listing if you are unwilling to drop the price based on where the market takes it. So if you're sitting on the market for 30 days, you don't have any showings, you don't have any offers, an experienced agent is going to want you to reduce your price, because that price generally is the problem. You know, the property can be any condition, but if it's not priced well, people are not going to come look at it. If it's not priced well, you're probably not going to get any offers. So experienced agents will not take those overpriced listings if you're not willing to come down on price. And I know our next Yogi Realtor is going to know all about this. The man from Platinum Real Estate Professionals, Mr. Cassidy Cotton. What's up, Cassidy?
Hey, how are you?
Doing
can you
good.
Hear me?
I can. Yep.
Okay, you can hear me. I can't hear you, so I'm just going to talk as best as I can, if that makes
I'll give
sense.
you some thumbs up.
All right, sounds good, guys. All right, let me change my camera view here. Okay, and welcome to our open house. This is a brand new listing. This is 9758 Hawk Crest. Okay, now what I want you to notice is that, first of all, this is a brand new garage door. It's completely insulated, right? That is not something that's just put over the top. That's a brand new garage door. We have these new pavers here along this driveway. We've put in new river rock, okay, and new turf. So we have all these beautiful flowers and ivy, okay, lining this amazing front yard, all right? And you'll notice we have these little guys here, and what those guys do is they light up. They light up at night, so they're solar powered, along with these guys as well. So as this ivy kind of comes along here to this side yard, okay, it gives us a lot of beautiful landscape here in the front of the home, right? And it really, really does look quite spectacular at night. Now, I do want you to notice that all outdoor furniture is included with this home. So this cabana, all right, does stay with the property. All right, and as we come in, this home has been fully renovated. All right, we have the wood laminate flooring throughout. She's actually upgraded and put in this linear fireplace, new baseboards, new paint throughout. All right, so you come in right here to this living room, wall-mounted television, okay, it opens up. Very beautiful right there into this formal dining space. New light fixture, okay, and that includes all the recessed lighting, what have you, that exists within the home. Okay, and that opens up into this beautiful kitchen with an amazing Sub-Zero, okay. You have granite countertops. You have floor to ceiling cabinetry, right? And you even have inside the pantry this custom shelving and custom racks. Okay, so again, every detail was focused on in this property. You've got the new light fixtures
here.
Hear
me, Cassidy?
Okay, farm style sink. Okay, and we have beautiful backsplash. Again, opens up into this amazing formal family room. Okay, so we have this wall treatment here with the custom shelving, linear fireplace, sound bar, television, all flat, all backlit, all lighting here. You have a brand new fan there as well too, right? Oversized. And that's going to take us out into this outdoor living space. So we have the built-in barbecue. All right, over here we have a sitting area again. All outdoor furniture and umbrellas are included in the sale. We have the built-in fire pit. You have the elevated spa, beach entry pool, and this is all saltwater, guys. This is all saltwater. And what's really great is if you're in the mood on 4th of July or on New Year's to have a view of the strip. Uh-oh. I don't know how to work my camera, but just beyond there, you can see all the lights. Okay, it's a much better view in the evening time. So we'll take you back inside now. Okay. Uh-oh. All right. Now we're going to go ahead. We have a half bath downstairs that I didn't get to show you, as well as the interior of that garage. So, custom shelving in the mudroom. Okay. For your shoes and whatnot. Amazing. Completely renovated half bath. All right. With all new lighting and cabinetry. You have the granite and custom cabinetry in the laundry room. The front loaders are new. They are included in the sale. And the garage, which I showed you, does have the insulated garage. We also have the tankless water heater, soft water system. Okay. And then we have the epoxy flooring. We have the shelving in the garage. We have the hanging shelves there. Tons of space. She actually uses it as more of a gaming area, game room sort of area. Let's head on upstairs and see what we see, guys. Okay, you come upstairs, and right off the top, there's this amazing loft. All right, we call this the gold drip just because of the style and aesthetic. She did put this new light fixture here, and then you have the recessed lighting all the way around. And what's great is this particular home is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, but it has 2 master suites. So this is the primary master suite. A lot of living area, a lot of space. And then from here, from your bedroom, you have unencumbered, beautiful mountain views, city views. And then again, if you come over this direction, just beyond there, and I can't get it with my iPhone so well. All right, Mike, sorry about that to all the viewers. But you do have the Las Vegas Strip there. So we've got this mirror here, these light up mirrors that are just help accent this custom closet. She's moved her stuff out so that you guys can move your stuff in. She's ready to sell the house. All right. We have the bathroom in the master suite, the quartz wainscoting, quartz cabinets, new plumbing fixtures, new light fixtures, new toilets, new light fixtures throughout. Okay, so that's our primary master suite. Okay, and then clear on the other side of the house is you have the second master suite, which we call the junior master suite. Tons of space in here. This has been her son's room, right? Which is why the bed's placed there, because he has the full size. If you wanted a king size, you can easily have more than enough space on this side and have that be the sitting area. They changed it around because in their particular use, it seems to be a lot better that way. Again, you have new chandelier lighting. You have a new fan. You have lighting here. Again, the upgraded bathroom, full ensuite for that junior master suite. Our final room is going to be the guest room. Okay? You have the guest room there. Not much to say about it. And our final guest bath, dual sinks. And Mike, that is it, my friend. I don't know if you're asking me questions because I can't hear you. I can't hear a word you're saying, boss.
Let's see. Can you hear me now?
After the tour, log out and log back in. Oh, okay. Let me give that a try. He's just sent me a text, everybody. So just that's what's going on if the viewers are wondering what I'm doing. Let me give it another shot here.
All right. So as Cassidy alluded to, he could not hear me. So I asked him to log out, log back in. He did a phenomenal job just giving us a tour of this property, but I do have questions for him. So we're going to see if he's able to get back in here and see if we can get him back on the screen. But Let me just give you a few details about this property that Cassidy didn't get us. So this property is located off of Dean Martin in Silverado Ranch area, just in that neighborhood. So it's not Southern Highlands. It's just outside of Southern Highlands. Built in 2021, 3,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath with dual masters, and it is listed at $850,000. Let's see if we can get Cassidy back on here.
I hear
Cassidy.
you now. I hear you.
Hey,
Yes,
there you go.
I'm far less traumatized. I'm sorry that I wasn't in the landscape. I just saw that text as well too, Mike. I was my phone overheated while I was outside getting set up for the open house.
It's all good. You did phenomenal, even though you couldn't hear me. So
yes. Well,
I
we have to act on faith sometimes, my friend. That's it. How's your Saturday?
Back over and gave some of the stats on your property, where it's located, price, square footage, all that good stuff. But I want to talk about you. The home is the home. If this is a home for you, reach out to Cassidy. Reach out to Cassidy and find out how to come see it. He's going to give you the directions. You're going to be there from 12 to 4 today.
That is correct.
But I want to get more into you. You know, as anyone who watches the show, they know it's not just about the property. We get into the realtors that are showcasing the homes. And in looking at your social media, you have a lot about yoga and being a yogi. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Tell us about that.
So several years ago, I had a number of stressors business-wise, right? I had a venture that was going poorly. I had some previous business partners that with whom I had some issues. And a buddy of mine, Greg, he's an agent on my team now. He said to me, he said, "Dude, you don't look well." I said, "I'm not well." He said, "Well, why don't you come on and do yoga?" And he took me to a hot yoga class. And Mike, I'm going to tell you, it was excruciating. It was one of the worst things in my life. It was terrible. I grunted. I hurt. They asked me to do things that my body couldn't do. And but when I left, I felt amazing, right? And I was immediately hooked. So I came back the very next day, right? And I've been hooked since. And that was a few years ago. I'd say about 4 years ago or so. And yoga has become a larger part of my ongoing practice of life, my approach towards business, my approach towards relationships. It has given me the ability to take a step back, reflect, notice, and breathe, which then gives me the ability to choose how I respond to things. I don't necessarily need to be reactionary to anything. I can choose to respond to whatever it is I like. So yoga has become a primary aspect of not only my life, but of the life of my team members. You know, awesome. So everyone on the Cotton Group attends yoga to some level of frequency or the next. So, yeah.
And how does that translate over into being a realtor?
Well, what I find is that we're able to give a higher level of service to our clients, right? Because again, we're able to take a step back. We're able to breathe, get centered, and focus in on what it is that our clients need. A lot of times we may come up against a difficult scenario, difficult situation, difficult personalities, right? But the ability to be mindful, the ability to focus, we're able to then find solutions to help solve problems, right, for our clients, and then essentially get the deals done that we need to get done and overcome the obstacles that we need to overcome. Love
it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
What? How long have you been?
By the way, here, if you don't mind, Mike, this is Greg. This is one of the agents on my team. He's the guy that introduced me to yoga that day several years ago. So
what is up, Greg?
Hi, how you doing, sir?
Good. Yeah. So how long have you been a licensee?
About a decade, just over a decade. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm born and raised in Las Vegas native. I was ministering to guys, helping save lives before this. A lot of great stuff that we do, but again, doesn't pay well, right? You're doing the Lord's work, but it doesn't pay well. And I'm blessed enough to my wife got pregnant, and I have a 9-year-old son right now. But that really drives things home and says, hey, we need to get a little bit more serious about making money. So I became a licensed real estate agent in 2000 and right at the end of 2015.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been doing it for a decade. I've been blessed enough to work with a number of other agents, help teach other agents the business. You know, and one of the things that we like to do is, you'll probably see, we go a little bit crazy with stuff. But
I was going to ask you, turn that camera back around. Let us see the front of that house.
Okay.
Now
you got it. All right, let me go to
you are literally rolling out the red carpet for everybody to come.
So the idea is, Mike, a lot of agents throw open houses, right? We want to do ordinary things in extraordinary ways.
Yeah.
That's how we get better results for our clients, right? A lot of agents will say, hey, we're going to take the house as you present it to us from the very beginning. We say to them, no, we want to do a staging consult with you, because we want the house to present in the best possible light, right? A lot of folks want to command, but their house may not be in a place where it can do that. So we want to give our advice to them in terms of what they need to do in order to present that house in the best possible light, right? Our marketing before the listing ever comes up, as you'll see through the photographs, we position our house with not only your regular photography, but your interior design photography, your nighttime photography. We do Matterport tours, we do Zillow tours, we do videography, and then we do a robust marketing plan that's based around what the demographic is who would buy the property that we're looking for. And then that sinks over into the neighborhood, because a lot of these folks know who their next neighbor might be. So what really happens is, I think we put a superior product out there, and then it starts to grab the attention of everybody else. And they say, wow, these guys do something a little bit different. So,
well, the way you do your front entrance, it definitely gets everybody's attention. And that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to draw attention to the home you're selling.
That's 100% right. That's 100% right.
Now you're there from 12 to 4 today. I think I also saw online, you've got a food truck coming.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a milkshake truck coming. They canceled on us last minute. So Lynn, who's another of our agents, she just went to go pick up the catering. That's from Smoked Barbecue, SMKD, which I got to give a shout out to those guys. They are located right off of Eastern and Sunridge Heights, right?
Yep. For those that don't know, formerly Bell's Barbecue. It's now Smoked.
Yeah. They are. So we're going to have some hot links. We're going to have some ribs. We're going to have all the fun stuff, some brisket, so if you're hungry, come on by and come by the house and eat some barbecue if you don't mind.
See the home and eat a link. There you go.
There you go, for sure.
Cassidy, you're awesome, man. I appreciate you coming on today.
All right, I appreciate you, Mike. Sorry about the malfunction there. My phone overheated.
All good, man. You handled it like a pro that you are.
Awesome.
All good.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Thanks, Cassidy. Right. See you next time. All right. So everybody, I want to make this point. Cassidy goes above and beyond, and it's what you hear Paul and I talk about all the time. Being a listing agent is not just about throwing your home on the MLS and hoping it sells. You know, you're working on that drug, the hopium drug, and it rarely ever works. Agents like Cassidy, Rebecca, Brandon, and Jill, they go above and beyond for their clients to do everything they can to sell that home for the highest dollar amount possible. And that's why we love having them on the show. You know, it wasn't until doing the show that I was ever introduced to Cassidy. And now I know the man is incredible. He's got an incredible work ethic. He's got an incredible mental approach to real estate. And he's somebody that I'm going to be staying connected with for a long time. And another thing is, you see these agents, they're actually they're not just looking for a buyer for that house, they're actually auditioning for their next listing. So when you see the agents on the show that are doing incredible work, keep them in mind. If you get a chance, go out to all the open houses today. Get a vibe from each realtor. Get to know each person so that when you're ready to sell your house, you already have that agent in mind that you're going to work with. Appreciate you watching the show this week. Paul will be back with us next week. It's going to be 4th of July. And while a lot of people are going to be taking that day off, I'm finding realtors that are still going above and beyond to showcase homes and do open houses. So we'll be back next week with another incredible show of Open House Live. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.